Things that matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Hi, my name is Coach Ruben Austria. Happy Tuesday. I'm back to make it happen again. Hello and welcome to another version of the LIFEline Challenge. My name is Coach Ru. Thank you for joining me today. We are live. Things that matter most must never be at the mercy of things that matter least. That's the whole reason why I'm even here with you today. I'm prioritizing the need for me to go live and educate, empower, and inspire folks. But I really want to get into what this quote is really referring to, which is habit 3 of this LIFEline challenge. Again, we are in beta. We are really just creating. I'm in the process of creating this challenge with you. It's 8-week course. So want to really quickly first talk about the habit of putting first things first. Comes from this book here from Stephen Covey. So the whole idea of me creating this challenge with y'all, I'm not recreating the wheel. I'm just sharing what I've learned over the years in my own life. This book happens to be, if there was a guide that I utilize to create how I live my life and how I go about my days, this would be the guide. It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I am creating this LIFEline challenge by going over each habit with you every single week. And then the 8th week is about reviewing what has happened, what has been created. But let's just really dive into this habit, because I think there's a lot of gems in here that anyone can learn and really take on for themselves. So the reason for first things first is because everybody understands that they have a choice of how they want to do things. Habit 1 was about being proactive and understanding that we are the creators in our own lives. As a review, habit 2 is figuring out exactly what you want to do and thinking with the end in mind, which is essentially goal planning and really like creating for yourself the objectives of how why you wake up every day. Habit 3 is putting those 2 habits in action, right? So we can say that we're proactive. We can say that we have goals. But how exactly do you spend your days so that those two habits are essentially implemented? And how does it look like realistically from day to day, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year, right? And this is essentially what we end up with when we ask that question. So let me just zoom into this slide again so we all understand. It's organized into this fancy chart. Well, not fancy, but it's organized into this chart, and there's an x-axis, which is essentially the horizontal, which is urgent and not urgent, and there's a y-axis, which is not important and important. So every single thing that we do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, quarter-to-quarter, year-to-year basis can be essentially put into one of these categories, one of these quadrants, as it's described in the book. And the goal for anybody and everybody is that we should spend time in the important and not urgent quadrant, which is quadrant two. Now, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that as much as have read this book and follow this book, and I'm here saying that it's habit three, first things first, certainly I'm not perfect. So I'll be the first one to say that, I'm constantly working on myself, constantly working to be the best version of myself. So I have to remind myself, I have to literally remind myself that I always should be in quadrant two activities. So what is quadrant? In order to understand what quadrant two is, we have to go through and understand what the other quadrants are. So first and foremost, quadrant one, which is important and urgent. So unfortunately, everybody has to deal with these things, crises, as you see on the quadrant. Okay, so a crisis might be if you have two kids and a family like myself. Quadrant, and even if you're just dealing with yourself, if you're sick, right? You're dealing with the crisis. You have to. Oh, hey, um, if you're dealing with anything that comes in life, you're dealing with crises, and you're often having to deal with pressing problems. Firefighting is something that's commonly referred to, and deadline driven projects. If you work for somebody and they say, "Hey, Ruben, you have to do this, or you have to get this done by this time, and by this quarter or this date or whatever," right? Your primary objective is to meet that deadline. So a lot of stress and anxiety and really, really things that take our time is filled with a lot of quadrant one activities. Unfortunately, it's just this is essentially that's the case. So, and an example that's used in the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People is a ringing phone, right? If you're in an office where you have to pick up a ringing phone, guess what? This is the most urgent and important thing, because quite frankly, there's not that many people who would not pick up a ringing phone if it was ringing, and they heard it. So, what I'd like to do is that we have another engineer that came into the studio. I'm going to go over I'm going to go over the other quadrants, and then I'm going to bring her in and we can discuss what the time left. So the second quadrant that I want to discuss is the not important but urgent things. So, and this is quadrant three. So these are interruptions, some phone calls, maybe not just a ringing phone, mail and email, some reports, some meetings, proximate pressing matters, popular activities, and some scrap and rework. So quadrant three is often work that is not necessarily our job, but maybe you have coworkers or partners or people that you are surround yourself with, or maybe in your environment where it's not exactly urgent. I'm sorry, it's not exactly important, but they tap you on the shoulder. They ask you for questions, or they ask you for advice, or maybe just because of the fact that you're in proximity to these folks, they're going to bother you. So a lot of times remote work has been a savior for a lot of people, because they just, for whatever reason, are not able to coexist with their coworkers or partners. And that's not the case for everybody, but for sure, when you're dealing with urgent but not important work, you're dealing with matters that again are urgent because they're interrupting you, but it's not exactly not your primary objective or why you showed up to work in the first place. Last but not least, before we kind of talk about quadrant two again, is the not urgent and not important things. And as much as I would like to say that I don't I don't get myself involved in any of these things. It's simply it's hard to feel like you can't. It's hard to feel like you are absolutely not living your life with some of these things. Um, Trivial matters, busy work, some mail or email, some phone calls, time wasters, and obviously pleasant activities that doesn't necessarily recharge and refresh you, or maybe not even plan things. So the chart is made to be easy to understand, but for the sake of what we're doing here and for the sake of making sure that we're good, I want to bring in one of our engineers. JSL, how are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are
Good,
you?
good. So we're going over putting first things first. Quadrant two activities inside the Lifeline Challenge. I wanted to just ask you really quick. I know it's I know you're probably really good at prioritizing things, um, but how much time do you feel like how good are you at keeping yourself in quadrant two activities? Jason? Good, bad?
Good. I think I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. I didn't mean to necessarily put you on the spot here, but again, part of what I'm doing, hoping to coach people, is that like it's not easy to, right?
Mhm.
Promotion. Quadrant two activities is anything having to do preparing or promoting, preparing for activities, doing things that are produce this ROI. Uh, anything and everything, quote unquote. So
Right.
um there's any questions that you might have, JSL, that I can maybe kind of like, or clarifications? I don't want to move on from that, unless, because I was hoping to get you part of the conversation, and if not, it's all good.
I'm reading it right now. Prevention. No, it looks good.
Got it. Have you ever and I don't think I've asked you, have you ever read Seven Habits of Highly Effective People?
No.
Okay.
Wow, you read that so many times.
I know.
Why does it look like that?
I know, it's literally like this book is probably like 20 years old, literally. So
Uh,
yeah, so the Lifeline Challenge, as I mentioned, as you probably, I think I've already mentioned to you, is something that is recreating these habits, putting them in live format for everyone to learn from, everyone in the academy to learn from. Um, and I really appreciate you being here to participate. So the last thing I will say about these I'm sorry, of putting first things first, is that these quadrant two activities, or even the time that you create for these quadrant two activities, it's best if there's blockage of time for these things, right? The best thing that I've learned for myself that works is that you have to be a slave to your calendar. You know, if you're not a slave to your calendar, you're a slave to somebody else's calendar. Quite frankly, I mean that's I don't know how else to say it, but that's the absolute truth. It's if you're not creating for yourself, you're likely creating for somebody else, and not a lot of people like to hear that. Quite not, not a lot of people like to hear that. But again, this is the whole reason why I'm even here, putting myself out here, for everyone, on a live basis, because what I'm hoping to do, by doing this, is to really put the tools in place in the hands of people who I feel like really everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Everybody needs to learn how to be productive for themselves, or else we're not going to survive in this age of AI that's soon to be coming. Right? If we're not able to essentially chop wood, like sometimes people refer to it as chop their own wood, and create for ourselves, we're always going to be we're always going to be doing it for someone else. And this is, I'm going to get into this whole idea more about that. But by all means, love to take any questions or comments that anyone has about putting first things first. More than happy to use the rest of the show to explain, and clarify how we can do that better. So again, to wrap up this discussion, this is the 4 main quadrants that people spend their time and how they spend their time doing things. It's split up between important and not important, urgent and not urgent. I advise you to do as much as you can to create blocks of time for the urgent, not important, important matters that will help you build and create your own life. So with that said, I want to go into introducing myself. My name is Ruben Austria. I go by the name of Coach Ru. This is the avatar that I'm creating. I feel as if this is the age of the avatar. We're all going to be known for what I envision to be our digital avatar. And I'm on the human, and I'm a human myself. I'm not a robot. On the journey to my best self, and what I'm working to create is revolutionizing local business networking by supporting community educators, investors, and engineers nationwide. So stay tuned, and I'll explain a little bit more what an educator, investor, and an engineer is. So this live that you're seeing here is a LIFEline challenge. Again, I'm Coach Ru, and it's essentially 8 weeks of habits to create the best version of yourself. The habits are created from things that I've learned over the years, and really, it's I'm not recreating the wheel. I'm just regurgitating information that I have learned, implemented, created, and been productive for myself. I've been working for myself for over 20 years. I'm in the private lending business for real estate professionals, and I the reason why I'm putting myself out there for you live is because everybody's going to need to do this. Everyone's going to need to be live, be out there, creating their own name, image, and likeness. I just happen to be doing it in this manner. The way that I want to share with you, part of this show, part of this challenge is sharing each of those habits with you, but I'm also sharing what I'm creating for myself and for everyone in my communities. And I split the 3 goals that I have. I'm living these goals on a daily, weekly, quarterly, monthly basis, yearly basis. So I'm sharing my goals with you, so you can see the progress as I go through my own life. I split up my goals into what I call wealth, health, and happiness goals. I feel like everybody has wealth and health goals, but they forget to talk about what happiness is for them. For me, the wealth goal that I'm sharing with you is that I'm building what I call Learn Local Live. My goal by the end of June is to create this networking platform, and this networking platform is going to exist on a city by city, zip code by zip code, state by state level, where we're creating live content that promotes local business owners. However, at the same time, helps people who are learning, people that want to understand, that want to learn about these different communities. So there's kind of this whole academy that's being created. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. This whole academy that's being created is really benefiting the whole community. And again, this community is created by educators, investors, and engineers. Also, I'll be sharing my health goals with you. So a health goal that I have, thank God today I started running again. Wasn't able to, but I ran a 5K on a treadmill inside my gym, and I'm feeling good. Not only because I ran, but because if I'm going to be doing this race in less than 1 month, I'm going to have to really build up my cardio. So this is going to be my first trail race that I've ever run, and it's June 12th. I'm going to be promoting this. In fact, I probably need to create an event here on the LIFEline Challenge to promote this, but it's going to be great. So next is the happiness goal. So part of the LIFEline Challenge, and probably the the biggest way for me to just be vulnerable for everyone that's watching is I love music. I think what I realized this past week is that I really don't want to play the guitar. I think the guitar looks great. It looks cool. But what I really like to do is to sing and be merry. So if you stay long enough to watch this live, you'll be witness to another greatest hits, another song added to the greatest hits. So, okay. So we are on schedule. We are on point. I really want to dig in and spend the next 15 minutes talking more specifically about what we're building here and what I'm building here, as part of who I am and what I want to put out in the world. What that is this first live real estate podcast for real estate professionals and local business owners nationwide and potentially even worldwide. So, as I mentioned earlier, I've been in the real estate business since 2005. I've learned a lot of things. In fact, I've even seen video as a whole grow over the course of, since I started putting videos out there myself in 2007. I've seen this projection, and I've learned a lot of things. The biggest lesson that I learned is that there's a lot of trends that are shaping the way that real estate professionals are promoting themselves. But the reason why I built Learn and Local Live is that it's essentially, there's a 3-part reason, and I want to go into the first so that you all understand. So as a private lender in the space of real estate, it's very important. It's very important not to lend money to people who, quite frankly, are not investing in real estate, really just want to scam you, just want to make a quick buck. So what I've seen with my own eyes, and I've unfortunately been a victim of, is that I've seen that with technology, not only is it easier for professionals and business people to promote themselves, but it's become a lot easier for scammers and people who just bad actors, people who just don't have good intentions, to take advantage of those who are really trying to learn and invest in real estate. So part of the reason, the biggest reason why Learn and Local Live exists, is because we're eventually going to get into this space of live media, or at least this is my prediction, with AI being so prevalent and being so accessible. By the end of the year, my prediction is that everyone is going to be on the AI bandwagon. Everybody who's in real estate and who's in local business will be utilizing AI to promote themselves on pictures, on videos. And quite frankly, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult for someone who is authentic, someone who's really who's really out there to promote and make a difference and help people. It's really going to be hard for them to stick out and distinguish themselves amongst the sea of AI and AI slop that's out there. So the solution, I feel like the solution, and just again, I'm on top of the trends, just seeing what's happening and seeing what's being created. I'm a consumer, and I'm all, but primarily I'm a creator. So what I'm creating is this live platform where folks are able to be educators, but not worry about the production of the videos that are being created. I like to say to these professionals, it's like, join the academy, show up on the live, and be awesome. We will take care of the rest. And that's the promise that I'm working to build inside this academy. Because a lot of professionals spend too much time creating social media content to promote themselves. They're spending that time that they're creating that they're using to promote themselves on social media, whether it be cutting videos or learning how to do YouTube or learning how to do Facebook or learning how to do Instagram. Quite frankly, it cuts into the time that they are able to spend helping people. So it's kind of ironic because I know a lot of those people, unfortunately. As an entrepreneur, it's really difficult to try to not do everything yourself, especially if you're good at it, and especially if you feel like you're technical enough. I see a lot of people, entrepreneurs, who just, quite frankly, really try to do everything. And the purpose of the academy, uh, the academy, and the thing that I want to deliver is to connect, collaborate, and create. Connect specifically on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a social, even though it's social media, it really is a platform for professionals who are truly doing good work, truly there, who want to educate, empower, and inspire folks like me to connect with each other. In fact, one thing that I'll say is that doing the work I do as a private lender, working with real estate professionals, if I see professionals not on LinkedIn, it really is a red flag, because anybody who has worked for someone or working for themselves truly should have a LinkedIn account. I mean, it's just the way. I mean, people don't even have resumes anymore. They don't submit resumes to folks. They just connect with other folks who are on LinkedIn for opportunities. The next part, of that is a collaboration piece. Everybody, that's anyone, as I mentioned, these local professionals and real estate professionals, they're connecting, they're collaborating on Facebook, they're collaborating on Instagram, they're collaborating on even LinkedIn and YouTube. But what we are hoping to create and plan and working to create with the academy is a collaboration happens inside the academy. And it's the platform is called School. If you haven't heard of Alex Hermosi, is a partner in School, and he is a proponent of community building. And this guy is amazingly successful. He's written best-selling books. I've read them all, and I want to use the School platform to help collaborate with you so that we can create this content. And this content is going to be created live. As I said earlier, live video will rule the day. If we're talking about real estate just specifically, there are, in the next 20 years, there's going to be $3 billion of real estate assets handed down from the baby boomer generation to the younger generations. And when this happens, when this baby boomer passes away and passes their assets down to a younger generation, that's not a baby boomer, guess what? More than likely, that person is going to look on YouTube for the latest information, and maybe by then everything is going to be on live video. So this is the hope of what we're creating here, in the Learning Local Academy. Again, we want to connect, collaborate, and create events with you in person or virtual to help you educate, empower, and inspire folks in your communities. So this leads me to the next section. I want to go over the events that are being created over the course of the next week. This is I'd like to say that this specific week is super, super important and super, super. It's a huge milestone, quite frankly. So today, this afternoon, it's only 11:30. It's 11:30 PST. I'm in San Diego, specifically Carlsbad, California. Today, we are marking the launch of our first city live show. Learning Carlsbad Live. So we are marking this milestone by having a in-person event in Carlsbad at my office, the Bermuda Club Speakeasy, and we are inviting people who are part of the academy currently, but also who want to be part of the academy to learn what we're doing. The first hour of this event is going to be networking with people who have been on Learning Local live shows. And if you, I know everyone gets there fashionably late, but don't get, starting at 4:30, we will then go into talking about how Learning Local live events, specifically Learning Carlsbad Live, is going to benefit the local communities. So after today, the next event that I want to show is essentially Learning Carlsbad Live. So Learning Carlsbad Live, we're going to be starting this city event next Monday at 1:30 p.m. PST. It's and what's great about this format, this city format, is that it's a very simple format. And when we're talking, so it's not a surprise, or it's nothing new for real estate professionals and local businesses to go live and promote themselves. The difference with Learning Local Live and Learning Carlsbad Live is that, as I said earlier, all these local professionals, including Mr. Carlsbad here featured on this event cover, all they're going to be asked to do is talk about specifically what's going on in Carlsbad. In this case, for Mr. Carlsbad, they're going to talk about the properties that have sold in the past week. And then the next segment of the show will be what's coming. And then the last section of the show is talking with and about the news that's happening in Carlsbad itself. So I'm actually going to be the first guest because I actually live in Carlsbad. So I am an investor of this community, and I will be on the show talking about how exciting this is going to be on a weekly basis. Again, these local business professionals who are on the Learning Live Carlsbad show, all they have to do is show up and talk about what's happened in the past week and what's coming up. And essentially, what else would you want to know if you were investing in this community of Carlsbad? You really that's really all you want to know. You want to know what happened most recently. You want to know what's coming up in the coming week, and you want to know, you want to know a little bit about the community, and we will actually teach you about the community through the eyes of the local business owners that are in the Carlsbad community. So it's going to be an exciting week. We're just really kind of, also kind of really getting everything set up for this, during the Memorial Day week. And it's going to be a very, very busy June. And I hope to see you involved, whether it's coming tonight to the event or whether it's going to be on the future shows that we have coming up. So, okay. Oh boy. Okay, so we made it through. We made it through most of the show. 35 minutes in. Okay, so we are coming up. Oh wow. Okay, so I actually Right. All right. So I actually jumped the gun here really quick. I created I started talking about the events super early. Um, okay. All right. So what do we do here? Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. All right. Hey, Emerson, EZ, are you able to pop in really quick? I oops. I think
Oh,
what's going on?
Giselle's mic isn't working. But hey, happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy
Oh, there you
Tuesday.
go. It's working out.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hey, so I kind of messed up. That's my fault. I actually did the event 5 minutes sooner. That's my bad.
No worries.
It's okay.
I guess I breezed through the learn local live stuff way way too soon. But
Totally fine.
hey, we're
That's
all
life.
learning. We're all learning, including me, right?
Yes, sir.
um, so so this is also so the whole point of these shows as well, JSL, is to incorporate the members that have been here. But since this challenge that I'm creating is so new, we haven't gotten them involved, but we will. So technically, I guess the LIFEline challenge is in beta until next quarter, but it is what it is. So okay, well, hey, this just gives us more time to talk about specifically this song that man, I just get nervous even talking about it.
Oh, I love him.
I was just gonna ask you, do you know I'm Tangi?
Yeah, he's from Hawaii, right?
Right, right, yeah. So he's the American Idol like 2 years
Yeah.
ago. Okay,
Yes.
so it's
Oh, he's
interesting. It's
good.
funny. Billy introduced me to his stuff when he visited me like 2 summers ago, and
Oh, nice.
I'm not. Billy's actually a friend of ours from college, and I don't watch TV. You guys, so as much as this guy like seemingly famous, like I didn't even know. Have you ever heard of this song specifically,
I think
Jason?
so. Yes.
You have. Okay. So, well, I guess I should ask. Have you did you watch American Idol when he did this song?
I wasn't a weekly watcher. On occasion, I've just watched it.
Okay.
But
Got it.
yes,
Got
I've
it.
seen
Got it.
him
Got it.
perform.
So the reason why I wanted to feature this song specifically is that when I think of people who are in business for themselves, man, it's a journey. Right? JSL, you know what it's. I mean,
Yes.
we just started working together in the academy here, but it's a journey, right?
Hmm.
So
It's good. Good times.
it's good time.
Learning.
It's good times. It's good times. But when the going gets tough, man, sometimes it's just you want to let go of this dream, or you want to let go of this all the headaches that come with being an entrepreneur. Am I right? Doesn't it feel like that at
Don't
least?
give up.
Right?
When they go,
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to add this song to the greatest hits is because, quite frankly, when I feel like I want to tell someone like not give up, I think of this song because it's so beautiful in that way. Like it's just like but it's so important, y'all. So important. You
It
know,
connects.
it connects,
Hmm.
and so so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the words up. I'll I'm gonna just hold my guitar just so I can pretend like I'm playing the guitar.
Well, now you need a uke. You need a ukulele.
I think I might need to get a ukulele. You're right. I think I get a ukulele. Um, but yeah. So let's just get ready for that. Um, and by the way, quite frankly, I will say I will say is that Emerson, I need to figure out the sound, and the live and with the karaoke, because it's certainly not perfect. Um, but whatever, for what it is, again, just so you guys know, if because I want to say it. It's tough. It's tough for me to even just say and admit, but like the whole purpose of this is, we all seem to think that it's hard to be out there live and hard to out there be to talk about what we actually want in life and what we want to do. But the reason why I'm willing to do this for myself and just do this, because for one, I really enjoy singing, but two, like, I just want to encourage everyone, like, hey, you know what? You're not
Just do it.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna you're not gonna
just
die.
do it.
You're not gonna die if you do it.
If you do this, anyone can. It's-
Exactly.
Not me.
Well,
Let's have J-Cell sing today.
yeah. So that's the point, right, guys? It's just like it's not because I like I like poking fun of myself. It's because, you know what? For the purpose of what I'm trying to do, to educate, empower, inspire folks, like, I'm more than willing to do this. So let's just freaking go. Hold on one second.
Yeah, just give me a countdown.
Get this prepared. Okay. Hold on one second. All right, I'm gonna remove this song, add the lyrics, and let's see. One moment. One second. Okay. So, and I guess maybe it was just, this is best, and then we can go. Wait, I wish it was bigger. One second. All right. Okay. All right. So Emerson, let's do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Take my hand and don't let go. I'm addicted to your loving. But if you should know how my love goes, baby, stay close. Take my hand and don't let go. I'm addicted to your loving. But if you should know how my love goes, baby, stay close. You won't ever have to cry. So wipe them tears from your eyes. As long as you're by my side, you won't shed no tears, 'cause everything will be just fine. As long as you don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Do-do-do. Everything will be just fine. As long as you stay by my side. Don't let go. Take my hand and follow me. I'll take you down the path so you can see, baby, of what this truly means. You are please. I'm here to serve you, my dear love. Anything you ask for, baby, it's done. I'll cater to you. Anything you need, baby, please. As long as you don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Do, everything will be just fine as long as you stay by my side. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Do. Everything will be just fine as long as you stay by my side. Don't let go.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's another okay.
Good job.
Oh man. I like to think that I did a good job, but hey, I really appreciate you though. I appreciate everybody that's that watches this eventually. Again, it's not this is just a start. This is not the finale. But again, this is like, man, it's just like I don't even know. I don't even know how to say it, but there's no fear.
Beginning.
For me, there's no fear when it comes to like me hoping to like just get people educated, inspired, and empowered to be entrepreneurs. That's I'm more than happy to put myself out there, and maybe in ways that's more embarrassing than others. But this, it is what it is. And I don't know. Maybe you could, Emerson, you can tell me whether or not the timing was off a little bit, but we'll work on it. Yeah, we'll work on it.
Yeah. What's important is you did it, and that's what we're trying to help other real estate professionals and other entrepreneurs, is to just put themselves out there.
100%.
Right.
100%. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Trust me, it doesn't take any brain cells to do what I just.
Well, honestly, I don't have the courage to do it. Actually, you see, I don't have the courage to do it. I guess so yeah, and others too. So, but
Well, hey, you know what? I will
yeah.
say that, like, honestly, like, when I was younger, like, I probably needed like at least 3 shots to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Just like what I said, like by watching you, it makes me doubt myself more. No, no. It really is motivating to see people like, putting themselves out. Like even if it's embarrassing, even if it's humiliating, even if it's
yeah,
it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
yeah. No,
Just
it doesn't matter.
do it.
Honestly, if I have to, so quote. I mean, and I really appreciate it. But I will say is that if I have to humiliate myself just to give people courage to do,
That's what exactly it is.
doing,
It is. That's exactly it.
that's the whole point. And again, I hope that eventually it's just like, wow, he can actually sing really well. But like until then, it's just practice, guys. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. Like you know what I mean? For what it's worth, these shows, they're not perfect, right? Like just the fact that like I'm actually creating this live and figuring out this challenge with you, Emerson and Jaisel, like I appreciate that you're even here, because again, even the people that have millions of views in their content or their channels, right? They started from somewhere, right?
Right.
So it's not, I'm not someone that just wants to skip the process of starting somewhere, right? So I'm absolutely in the thick of it, with you guys, with the team, just creating it, because for what it's worth, if we're able to grow our content and our channel, the hope is that, the folks that are in this academy see that and just say, hey, it's possible.
It
And-
is,
And
yes.
that's just really what it comes down to. So I want to just do one last shout out, or at least one last discussion about school. So if you're watching this, if you're inspired, if you're embarrassed for me, I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Join our academy at join.learninglocal.com. From there, you'll have the opportunity to meet other educators, to meet other investors like me and JSL, to meet other engineers like Emerson, and really connect, collaborate, and create content so that you as an entrepreneur, regardless of whether you're an educator, investor, or engineer, can learn from other folks in the academy so that we can actually grow together and go together, right? So because the thing that sucks, that I feel like sucks the most, of anything, is doing anything by yourself. Because when you feel like you're doing it by yourself, it's not as fun.
It's
frankly.
not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to be alone.
Yeah.
But you
And
still need to have the courage to do it.
100%. And even more seriously, guys, like, it sucks to be alone in this life, doing things and feeling like no one else is listening. So I really, you don't know how
We're
much
listening.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Because it's man, there's a lot of people out there like that don't feel like anyone's listening, and hopefully me, JSL, and Emerson can be listeners for y'all. Again, we're all learning. Let's get out there, connect, collaborate, and create. Any last things that you guys want to say before we end it this week?
Don't forget to watch our live show June 1st, and later today, if you're near Carlsbad, go to the meet and greet. Go to Bermuda Triangle, Bermuda Club. Sorry.
Don't go to Bermuda Triangle.
Wait, I want to go there. Well, both places.
No, don't. But yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. JSL, if you were on the East Coast, man, I would love for you to have made it. But
No.
I would love
Next
to,
time.
at some point, do an event in Philadelphia or even somewhere on the East Coast. Maybe when we do an event in Boston again, you can come out, because
Yes, please.
Yeah. When's the last time you were ever in Boston? I mean, like, must be some time, no?
No, I was there for Kamayan 2 years ago at UMass Boston. We
Got it.
supported Calvin. I
Got
brought
it.
my daughter there, actually.
Right. Yes. No, that's awesome.
It was so fun. Some other time. I was supposed to go last spring break with my nephews, but we
Yeah.
couldn't make it.
Perfect. Okay. Well, for sure, we'll have to keep creating so that we'll create something in Philadelphia. Again, Learning Local Live is nationwide, so hopefully we can feature Philadelphia Realtor on a Friday coming
Real
up
soon.
very soon. But as I always say, guys, make it a great day, make it a great week. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna see you next time. So let's
Thank
make it
you.
happen.
Adios.
Bye.